bí ipa ṣe máa ń sọ ní gbogbo ìgbà wípé Nàìjíríà burú kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ sí èmi àti yín. Gbogbo ẹni tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ìjọmọ ènìyàn tó dẹ̀ rí ìrònú yẹn wípé kò yẹ kó máa rí bó ṣe ń rí yìí, Nàìjíríà burú kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ sí èmi àti yín. Gbogbo ẹni tí ò dẹ̀ tí rí ìrònú yẹn náà ròde ibi táwa ròde, Ọlọ́run á fi òye ẹ̀, Ọlọ́run á fi yé wọn. Mi ò lọ́rọ̀ púpọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ bí òun ṣe wípé eléyìí ò ń ṣe cup of tea. Ẹ jẹ́ àfọwọ́lẹ́rọ̀, ká wòye, ká fọpọlọ gbé, ká digest ẹ̀, ká gbọ́ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ibi tí brother wa yìí ti wá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ gbọ́ tán o. Fídíò tó kọ́kọ́ show, ẹ má wò wípé torí wípé ẹ ti wo fídíò yẹn rí. Ẹ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí brother yẹn tó sọ níbẹ̀. Kẹ́ gbọ́ délẹ̀. Òun ló máa fi jọ yé gbogbo wa wípé ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré lọ wò wá.
According to the information that is currently available on the internet space, Simon Ekpa, who is a Finnish politician and a Nigerian pro-Biafran activist, is currently on a hot seat in Finland, as the Finnish government has just commenced his terrorism trial. You know, for many of you who follow me on all my social media handle, this very news or this very information is more authentic. It's more of a genuine news than the last, fake news that was trending, where many were, saying with loud voice that the Finnish government has concluded plans and approved the extradition of Simon Ekpa from Finland back into Nigeria. I gave a very concise and very convincing information concerning that it was a fake news. It was not true. Even his lawyer confirmed that, saying that he had no reliable information concerning what was trending on the internet space. And now the Finnish government has just started the trials. Unfortunately, from what I can see, Simon Ekpa is not looking happy. Yes, he's not looking happy. And from what we can gather from the internet space, Simon Ekpa might be facing a 6 years jail term if at the end of the day is proven beyond every reasonable doubt of what he is currently being, charged or alleged. Don't forget that in 2024, he was accused of inciting violence, using social media to incite violence in the southeastern part of Nigeria. He was also accused of funding terrorism. He was also accused of, ordering weapons for the pro-Biafra teams and all of that. At the court, he denied ordering weapons for the Biafran agitators. And like I said before, according to the prosecutor, one Mr. Samsa, if they are able to prove their cases against Simon Ekpa, he might be spending 6 years imprisonment, and it might also constitute, a terrorism, crime. If at the end of the day, if all these charges and all of these allegations are proven in the court, the crimes might fall under terrorism, crimes and all of that. And if it falls under terrorism crimes, this might be the only condition, just probably, I am not sure. This might be the only condition under which Simon Ekpa might be extradited back to Nigeria. I'm not pretty sure, because I do know that Nigeria does not have a bilateral agreement with Finland, like I said in my previous video. But terrorism offenses like genocide, war crimes, and the rest of them are part of the crimes that are statutory to the Rome Statutes of International Criminal Court or Criminal Court of Justice, of which many countries are signatory to, such that if you are found guilty for such crimes, that could be part of the grounds upon which you will be extradited back into your country to face your charges, and all of that. However, there are conditions to all of that. If you watch my last video, you will see the conditions. They will consider the status of human rights protections. of that individual in that country, the country where he's supposed to be extradited to. There are so many things they consider before the extradition process begins. But that is if and only if he's going to be extradited. I don't know how the case will be. If Finnish government, according to the prosecutor, is not able to prove their cases beyond every reasonable doubt, the young man may equally be set free. Unfortunately, the prosecutor said that they have a lot of evidence against Simon Ekpa on his online activities, where he was inciting violence, according to the prosecutor. You know what I mean? But, Finland is a first world country, so they will definitely follow the due processes, and at the end of the day, justice will take its course. And finally, what's saying also is that Simon Ekpa is not looking happy in that video. He looks very worried. Yes, from his countenance, from his body language, from his face, you can tell that the young man is seriously worried. He's very unhappy. He's very sad. I can tell that a lot of things is running through his mind, but although that sums up to the current reality of his status at the moment, because of the type of crimes or the type of charges he's currently facing. You know what I mean? However, it is also important to say this, that at the end of the day, even if he's found guilty in Finland, that Simon Ekpa may also not be extradited back to Nigeria. It depends on a whole lot of factors. The government policies, they are signatories to Rome Statutes of International Criminal Court, bilateral agreement with Nigerian government. There are so many things. But we will leave it at this point and we'll come back to it as time progresses. So at this point, that is all for now concerning Simon Ekpa and the Finnish government. The trial has begun and we will continue to follow it, religiously to find out what goes on and how it's going to end at the end of the day. And as always, I will continue to bring transparency, overview of that very case to my beloved fans and followers so that you will know, what is what. At this point, I will allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. Man, another person, Siam. God bless you.
Good evening, everyone. Please, so everyone, if this lady post work, man, I no go the work where she post, yo. Man, I no go. She carry my husband's sister go work. The Arabu come pressing, be bomb. She can't talk. Now the Arabu can say why she go talk. So she be the person where he give my husband's sister this work. That means this useless girl where I post. Say hey, they sleep with them. If you want touch breast, now 20 dinar. If you want fuck am, now 20 dinar. Useless Nigerian people where they spoil Nigeria. She come bargain with the Arabu, make the Arabu call my husband's sister. As my husband's sister no gree, vex come up for work. Say, make they track am, make they do am wetin no good. Nigeria go dey spoil Nigeria. Why una dey do like that? Useless girl. If she post work, man, I no go, abeg go. If you go, you don't enter one chance. Abeg, you no go at work, oh.
Now hotel work, oh.
Now hotel work, she go post hotel work, man, I no go. Abeg, and if you go the work, the Arabu no fit sleep with you, or you no fit touch your breast. Within 1 week or 2 weeks, the Arabu go pursue you. The girl go still post work again. Say me another person can go, and she go tell you say agents fee 200, but maybe bring 150. So I beg you, if you like yourself, no go.
Gbogbo wa nílé lóko lẹ́yìn òdì mo kí wá pé akóbó jẹjẹ ṣeré sí lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Báwo lẹ ṣe rí sí ojú wo lẹ fi wò? Báyìí kọ́ ló máa ṣe máa rí lọ o. Báyìí kọ́ ló ṣe máa rí lọ. Yes. Wọ́n máa sún gbogbo ẹ̀ dára ògiri ní ọjọ́ kan. Bọ́ ìgbà wo ló máa jẹ́ mi ò mọ àkókò owó ní mi ò mọ̀.
Àfọ olórí burúkú tó máa ń pààyàn ni wọ́n ti dájọ́ kú fún yìí o. Àfọ yẹn Kabiru Ibrahim lórúkọ rẹ̀. Ìlú Ọ̀ṣun ló ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní wò ó. Báwo ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀? Bọ̀bọ́ yẹn Lukman Adeleke lórúkọ ẹ̀. Bọ̀bọ́ yẹn fẹ́ ra ilẹ̀. So ó wá lọ bá àfọ yẹn Kabiru Ibrahim wípé òun fẹ́ ṣàdúrà kó tó ra ilẹ̀ yẹn. Ó fẹ́ lẹ yẹ̀ wò ṣé ilẹ̀ da àbí ilẹ̀ ò ṣe kíni àbí ilẹ̀ ò da. Làfà bá sọ fún wípé ó yá kó tó lọ ra ilẹ̀ yẹn kó owó wá. Owó yẹn a ní láti ṣàdúrà sí i. Ibẹ̀ ni Lukman Adeleke lọ. Ní ò bá dé mọ́ lọ́ọ̀ bá rí mọ́. Ọ̀sẹ̀ kìíní ọ̀sẹ̀ kejì wọn rí Lukman Adeleke. Bọ́n fámílì ẹ̀ ṣe lọ ṣe kíni wọ́n ṣe dìde nìyẹn tọ́lọ report station. Ọlọ́run ló wá sọ wípé kẹ́nìkan rí Kabiru Ibrahim àfà yẹn pẹ̀lú bọ̀bọ́ yẹn last pẹ̀lú Lukman Adeleke yẹn last. Nígbà táwọn ọlọ́pàá wá ṣe investigation lọ padà rí wípé ọ̀dọ̀ Kabiru Ibrahim òun ni Lukman Deleke ló wà last tí wọ́n jọ ríra last. So ibẹ̀ làwọn ọlọ́pàá ti arrest àfọlórí burúkú yẹn tí wọ́n dẹ̀ mú ó dẹ̀ jẹ́wọ́ kódà ó tún gé ọwọ́ bọ̀bọ́ yẹn tó gé ọwọ́ rẹ̀ confam wọ́n ti dájọ́ kú fún un alihamdulilayi. ẹ jọ ẹ tètè bá wa dájọ́ kú fún Ramani náà, Ramani alápàtà tó pa sáà lọrin, ẹ tètè bá wa dájọ́ kú fún o. gbogbo àwọn tó máa ń pààyàn báyìí kọ́ ètè máa dájọ́ kú fún wọn kó wọ́n máa pẹ́ rárá. Yes, dájọ́ tó da tó confam nìyẹn.
Hello everyone. So I just started seeing this picture all around, and then I started reading the comments and stuff like that. And Barrister Enibehe, did a Facebook a post on this particular person. He's someone called CSP Ekenenwosu, and a lot of people have been celebrating his death. He's a police officer, apparently, who was extremely notorious, murderous, a rogue police officer. And when he died, it was celebration. The whole town, went agog with celebration. It must take a very monstrous person for someone to die, and literally everyone is celebrating. I know there are some, so a bit of hideous people who actually celebrate people's death and stuff like that. But for when it's a majority that is doing it, especially in the African context where we are brought up of this whole thing about don't speak ill of the dead. The moment someone is dead, you just try to forget about the person's bad things that they were doing, but just focus on the good things. It's more more profound that people are actually going through this way and celebrating this particular officer's death. And so this is what Inibehe Effiong had to say about it. He said, CSP Ekenenwosu, when a murderous and rogue police officer dies. He said, I've read about the death of CSP Ekenenwosu, the former OC of the anti-robbery squad in the Akwa Ibom State Police Command headquarters. Since the news of his demise broke, a lot of people have been celebrating, with many recounting their ordeals and terrible experiences in the hands of Ekene. Those who are against the celebration of his death are entitled to their opinions, Inibehe said. The Ekenenwosu that I knew and had occasions to confront was a devil, a despicable human being, a murderous and callous policeman who went to the extremes to dehumanize his many victims. Wow, these are really strong words coming from Inibehe Effiong, who is a human rights advocate. He said he had no respect for lawyers. Inibehe is a human rights lawyer, actually. And so this is Inibehe still speaking about Ekenenwosu. He said he had no respect for lawyers. He had no respect for human rights and held the judiciary in contempt. The courts found him culpable for the violation of the rights of citizens in many cases, including the ones handled by our law firm in Uyo. The fact that such a despicable person was allowed to continue in service despite many complaints against him speaks to the wrath of the police. Ekene has so much power in the state. Successive commissioners of police failed to checkmate him, partly because he was a mercenary for oppressive and corrupt politicians in Akwa Ibom State. It's always like that. You always find this situation where if you see someone like, because CSP, that's something superintendent of police, right? It's not up to... ASP is assistant superintendent of police. I don't know what the CSP, but it's not up to it's not CP, it's not commissioner of police. And so when you see some of these officers being powerful, these rogue kind of people, know for sure that they have the backing of politicians. They are the ones who do the dirty jobs for politicians, and so they have this this fortress around them. They are untouchable. Nobody can do anything to them because of the power, that be. And you find that most times their organs can't do anything to them. Even at the IG of police usually can't even do anything to such people. So they are almost like laws unto themselves. He said, I am reliably informed that Ekene celebrated the death of the immediate past CP who finally ensured that he was transferred to Ekiti State, where he died yesterday. Wow. So there was a CP that transferred him, and that one died, and he was celebrating. And guess what? Right now, today, it is his own death that is being celebrated by a lot of people. I saw screenshots from people's messages, you know, who said a lot of things. Those that he had collected monies from, those whose loved ones or friends were victims to him. It was unbelievable. And so, Eleyi continued to say, politicians use him to target people. Ekene was a devil. And I hope that other rogues in uniform will realize that they will die one day. It is true that every mortal will taste death, but we should always reflect on what to be remembered for. For Ekene, those who remember him for his many evil deeds are within their rights. And even here on Facebook, the comments, you know, aren't looking good at all. We have this whole lot of, some people think they are lots unto themselves. They get so drunk on the power that they think they have, that they forget that we're actually nothing in this world. The human being is actually nothing. We don't know when we are going. We don't know what we have. We don't even know what will happen the next second. So when I see people, do you know who I am? You want to use your power. Why are you using your power on vulnerable people? Use your power to fight injustice, to fight higher powers who are oppressing people, and not to become one of the oppressed. There's nothing courageous.
Kò kàn fi máa console rẹ̀. Ẹ rí wípé ó gbẹnu tán. Ẹ rí wípé ó gbẹnu tán. Okay, ta la fẹ́ lọ bá, ta la fẹ́ lọ sábà, ta la fẹ́ dúró dè, ta la fẹ́ fọ̀rọ̀ lò, ta la fẹ́ ní kó. Kò sọ́ba, kò sí joyè, kò sí governor, kò sí nǹkan kan. You are on your own. God bless you. Oshenilano, you are on your own. Òun ni everybody wà. Kí ni solution? Ju wípé ẹyọ kan ṣo tá ń tẹnu mọ́ yìí. Bọ̀ ìgbà wo ló máa jẹ́ mi ò mọ̀. Àkókò wo ni mi ò mọ̀. Bọ̀ kí ni mo mọ̀? Mo mọ̀ wípé ó wá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní agbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí wípé a kú bójú ọjọ́ ṣe rí. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àtàbúrò mi. Ẹ má gbàgbé láti bá wa like ètò yìí. Ẹ tẹ like. Kò ná wa ní nǹkan kan. Ẹ wá tẹ like please. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ẹ̀ like ilé ẹ̀ lè like mi ọ̀. Ẹ lè má like yẹn kẹ́ like mi fún ara mi ọ̀. You know, ká dọ́mọ pọ̀lùbọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ àdọ́mọ pọ̀lùbọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ayọ̀ kan sí kan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká comment náà síbẹ̀. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tá à ń sọ ó máa help video ni. Yeah. Ó máa help video láti lè jẹ́ kó tún rìn. Ṣé sì yé yín sìn? Ẹ ṣé gan ni. God bless you. One love. Bye for now. Ire o. Ire gbangba. Ire gbangba. Ire gbangba. Ire gidigba.
Kindly subscribe to YouTube channel and follow on Facebook page at Dr. Zabby's Talk Show.